What's up, guys? So for today, I have the Uchiha lineup, and this has been a team I've been using for about 2 weeks now. I did get Anbo Itachi early from Lucky Snatch when he was there for the first time. The team has been very solid all around. Just to take a look at the ninjas individually. So you have Shisui, who is pretty much a very amazing ninja at this point. He is personally the most annoying ninja I have been fighting, besides maybe Minato recently. So, as far as his mystery goes, Koto Amatsukami causes damage up to 7 opponents, and the selected unit will have its shields and buffs cancelled, will suffer knockdown as well as chaos. It's a very good mystery, especially against if you fight root teams or anyone else or just any kind of person in general where you want to target their strongest ninja. Chaos is, in my opinion, one of the best crowd control effects thanks to immobilization. He also has very high damage overall. His attack is based on Taijutsu and Ninjutsu, which attacks and causes ignition to up to 2 units. It also has a very high chance of causing repulse. Then he has a chase, which goes and chases in its repulsed unit and causes low float as well as tag. Now his barrier is really nice since it affects 3 attributes: fire, lightning, as well as wind. Wind barriers haven't really been common as far as with other elements besides Onoki as well as Gaara. So as far as ninjas that I personally like to use for barriers for wind types, Shisui is becoming a quick favorite. I was never a fan of Gaara, and when it came to Onoki, I personally haven't had too much success with him. And also a cool thing about Shisui is he has a very high chance of evading a mystery, standard attack, or chase skill, and is triggered once per round. Now, moving on to Masked Man, I picked him up recently as well. He is a very good ninja for people who don't have the best initiative. I'm also very behind on initiative, so it helps out. But against opponents, you can immobilize somebody first round. It costs no chakra. It also goes through shields and buffs, so root immunities can't even stop it. And if it does kill a unit, it also makes it so they can't be revived. Very good mystery round 1, especially if you have slower initiative than your opponent. You can make sure that you go first on the second round. He has a attack that hits the opponent's front row with a chance of causing repulse. His chase also causes immobilization as well as low flow and ignores a amount of defense and resistance like the other Toby. Tailed Beast Control Jutsu is a very unique passive in the game. I still don't know if we have any other ninjas who do something like this. At least not on our side just yet. But he lowers Jinchuriki's attack and ninjutsu by 12% when he's on the field. This also affects your Jinchurikis if you're trying to use them in a Roshi team or something like that. But since Roshi is pretty common to fight these days, it is a very good passive. And he also has evasion, so he can avoid a mystery skill standard attack or a chase once per round. Anbo Itachi, he's pretty straightforward when it comes to the team. Since I'm using Uchiha's, his passive is very good because before the first action in a round, 2 Uchiha units in your lineup will receive an extra standard attack and have 1 layer of debuffs cancelled. Personally, I have some pretty bad luck with this passive. It always manages to target Shisui and Itachi when I'm trying to get at the target Shisui and Masked Man. Since my Masked Man is really vulnerable in this lineup, he also has 2 chases, 30 hit combo chase, which this team doesn't see too often, unfortunately. It's pretty rare for you to see the chase go off. But then he has the other chase that can go off twice, causes repulse and 7 combo. In the future, I want to use different Anbo Itachi teams that can actually utilize that 30 combo, since it ignites 4 opponents and it does pretty good damage. His standard also goes after a person with the least amount of life and causes high flow. And his mystery causes damage and knockdown and tag to the selected unit, plus he gets rid of shields and buffs as well. So, with these 3 ninjas, you have a very control-oriented lineup. Also, as far as the lightning main goes, you want to run lightning ceiling slash, so you have yourself an extra interrupt acupuncture for the first round. That's why you could use Masked Man and him, since Masked Man doesn't even use any chakra for his mystery. I use Calm Mind because on the 4th, or on the 2nd round, you can also use Itachi's mystery after Shisui's when he gets chakra. Using the Lightning Sword with Flood Dragon to make your chases work. Using Anbu special tactics to give everybody an attack increase as well as a leech, since Shisui's mystery is based off ninjutsu, but everyone else will get a huge attack boost, as well as Shisui's standard attack will do a lot more. And you run root since you have 3 swordsmen, so Masked Man is pretty much the only vulnerable person on the team, but you do have a evasion once per turn. So the team overall, it's very balanced, very strong. You have 2 evasions. You also have Leech for all this. I mean, you have Anbu Itachi to clear a debuff per round. All in all, it's a very control-oriented team. It helps me against people who are faster than me as well as stronger than me. And when it comes to, I guess, substitute talents, you could always do killing intent instead of tactics, to get yourself more attack. And it would reset Shisui's mystery if he gets a kill with it or anyone else's. But honestly, I haven't been messing with this. My Sage World is pretty scary and it relies on survivability. Moods-wise, I went on, I'm pretty sure everybody here, except for Shisui, is attack mood. And I dropped the opposite, so the Lightning Main, Anbu Itachi, and Masked Man have Taijutsu, or attack up, and ninjutsu down. And for Shisui, I put ninjutsu up and attack down, just because I'm trying to keep their life, defense, and resistance intact. As this Sage World battlefield is pretty scary. Now, these are the treasures I have running on them. My Lightning Main is usually the focus besides Masked Man. I'm kind of always wondering if I should put the Gourd on Masked Man since he takes a lot of damage. Or maybe either way, but I don't know. For now, I've been messing with this and it's been working out. Just so I can show you guys from the formation side. The team will average about 22 hits, so that's why the 30-hit combo chase from Itachi is unachievable. But let us get into the actual battles themselves. Alright guys, so here we are in Sage World Battlefield. It's been a while since I did one of these videos showing off gameplay and teams. But to demonstrate how the control lineup has been working out for me. So in this situation, the most lethal ninja is Tobirama since he's in the first position. You also have Mei, who could be a good damage dealer. Then also when it comes to healers, you have lots of choices. And here I could have either immobilized the water main or just even acupunctured somebody else, but I saved the acupuncture for Mei's mystery there, immobilized Tobirama at the end of first round, and since Tobirama is very vulnerable, he just ends up getting killed off. After Tobirama's dead, all you have to do is make sure that Mei dies next, and 2 healers against this full team would not have been able to survive the damage, or just have done enough damage to kill me in the first place. But the team itself has very strong hits. And, the more power you go, the better it's going to be. As well as secondary stats like refines for initiative, crit, injury, all the good stuff. The second team, Kazekage Gaara, Sage Naruto, Sailor Sakura, and the Wind Main. So Sage Naruto being the carry, Gaara being a support with the immobilization chase, Sailor Sakura there for the heals, and I assume the Wind Main was running Dance of Impetus. So with this, it's like I could either immobilize Sailor Sakura to stop the heals, or I can just kill off Sage Naruto, and it just ends up working out. I mean, you have 2 very good ways to stop somebody in the first round, and on the second round you do have the Shisui mystery to just take somebody out and chaos them, which you are hoping that you have the higher initiative over your opponent, so you can mystery their first position. Going up against the old meta that I used to run. I mean, I've run this team for an entire year. Secret to beating this team is pretty much stopping Hidan. The sooner you stop Hidan, prevent him from tagging you and doing lots of hits, the better off you'll be. Yes, he'll keep reviving, but I just ended up immobilizing him to make sure he doesn't mystery or just get off any standard attacks in the first round. Then after Roshi being pretty much, I don't know, just immune to debuffs, I ended up going for the Lightning Main, killing Lightning Main off, stopping further chases, and just when you're going up against this kind of team, the most dangerous person in the team is Hidan itself. Roshi does do a lot of damage, takes hits, and also causes your team to ignite itself. But I have played that team for so long that I know how much damage Hidan can end up doing. And once you just have Killer Bee left off, all you have to do is just let him die. And, until you permanently get rid of Hidan, which Masked Man's mystery can actually do that, you just have to get a couple of hits off him. I also think the person ended up being AFK or something like that, but either way, I had way more initiative over him. And we ended up fighting Farm Boy again with the same lineup. I remember I missed the days where I used to use Sage Naruto. You know, I remember 1.0 good old days using Sage Naruto, Hashirama Iruka. Later on, trying out Kazekage, and I actually haven't played Windmane teams too often, or it's been a while since I played Windmane. But I feel like I should revisit the Windmane soon enough. Maybe play around with some other ways. Since Shisui does affect wind, I could maybe try out some Shisui Windmane teams, see how that works out. But here we have it, and Calm Mind ends up being very good since you can do 2 mysteries in the second round. In the Fuguki kind of immortal lineup, but he takes a ton of damage out there. So with double healers, I personally would wait until both of their heals go off and then end up immobilizing one of them, or you can just immobilize their first position if you really need to. But I end up killing the damage dealers. In certain situations, I would end up killing the healers if I had to, but seeing as there was a power advantage in my side, I knew I could have just killed off Fuguki and go for Pakura. But interesting team, you know, I don't see too many Pakuras in my Sage World Battlefield. That's also a ninja I'd like to try in the future. Fuguki shows up often in Arena, and here I'm fighting against Arcane with Joni, Minato, Masked Man. And when it came to the first round, I was just thinking way too much, and I just really ended up thinking too much and not acting. So the biggest issue was Firemane has Genjutsu Mirror. You have Masked Man and Minato who can dodge one thing. So I would have had to do pretty much Acupuncture. Like the problem is making them dodge when Roshi's tanking as well. So it would have had to have been something like make sure Repulse hits so they dodge or something. And then end up acupuncturing it so it reflects on one of my rooted ninjas. And then Masked Man to stop somebody. But I was trying to think so far ahead that I didn't end up doing anything. It's a very tricky team to fight, and that's why I still want to try the Firemane version of the Uchihas, because Genjutsu Mirror can really help you out. And I've had so many situations where my Masked Man gets either acupunctured by myself because the mirror knocks off the seal, or I also have problems where he'll get, you know, you've seen him get blinded. That's the problem with Masked Man's formation. He is such a good ninja, but status effects will go off on him since everyone else is protected. But that was my mistake with that fight. Then we fight LeBron James over here. You know, I didn't know he takes time off the NBA to fight in Naruto Online, but Roshi, Hanzo, Sailor Sakura, and Windmane. For this team, I was pretty much predicting that Hanzo would end up poisoning at the end of the round. So I went ahead and immobilized him. Then I just pretty much knew I was going to end up killing off Roshi. So I wanted to target somebody else and targeted Sailor Sakura since I can just stop the heal. And that just ends up finishing off the entire lineup. But also don't see too much Hanzo these days. Just because maybe in rank battle, but not actual Sage. Then we have Fuguki with Haku and Chojuro. Something I have not seen in this Sage world for a long time. This also, I think that's regular Haku, or it was Ito Tensei. I honestly can't remember right now. They almost look alike in their character model. But Chojuro, obvious chaos target, since he hits pretty hard. He actually does. You know, my Masked Man was dropped to half health because of that. Haku does also very high standard attack damage because of the buff. And Fuguki gets the annoying poisons. Then we go up against the Kushimaru, Jinpachi, and Sasori, which Sasori's still evading me as much as my Shisui and Masked Man dodges. I hope to get him in the future. Here, I immobilized Jinpachi, and I forgot that Sasori's mystery cancels one layer of debuffs off, so I should have waited until after that mystery went off or saved it till the end of the round. But I just completely forgot he can cancel off one layer of debuffs. You know, such an amazing ninja. I forgot what he did. But going after Kushimaru on this team is the obvious choice, as well as making sure you can stop Jinpachi from igniting you on the first round or any other round after that if possible. Once Kushimaru is dead, Jinpachi is the next threat to kill off. And after that, Lightning Mane in this formation wouldn't be doing too much, and Sasori itself is the support. So after you can deal with Kushimaru and Jinpachi, you'll be set. Also a very good lineup to use. I was using Kushimaru and Jinpachi with Danzo before I got the Shisui lineup, so I know exactly how OP Kushimaru can be when he starts going off. And he also has the mystery with 2 immobilizes. Then I run into Jack when he has the Onichan version of my team. You know, basically the Baller's Paradise. The yeah, this is the older brother situation of the Uchiha lineup. So you have Susanoo Itachi as well as Madara. Madara is a beast because of his Konoha passive, so he also boosts, I think he also boosts attack or something like that, and maybe ninjutsu to all Konoha ninjas. And I think it's every time Konoha ninja uses a mystery, you get like 40 chakra. So it's very good for the Uchiha lineup. It's something I would like to use, but unfortunately, I don't have Madara or a Susanoo Itachi. But you know, it was kind of interesting. And then we finished it off with the last battle from Blaze. Shout outs to him because me and him did have a conversation while this team was going on, or this battle, and it's a very good team. I mean, I always fight Deidara teams, and I must say I don't really win against them. I probably lose most of the battles I fight against them. So the step to winning against a Deidara team is to obviously stop Deidara and kill him off. But my worry was if I do kill off Deidara, he could get the Jigokudo revive on him, and I wouldn't have a way to stop it. So I figured, okay, I can immobilize Deidara, and I can try and kill Jigokudo, and then I can kill Deidara in time. And he also had Maskman in the team, which I haven't seen Maskman with Deidara in the team. This lineup was sick. I don't even play Earth main, so, you know, seeing this team makes me want to end up playing Earth a little bit more and try it out. But it was a great battle. I was honestly surprised to see how well it was doing. Maskman gives the extra chrono control. Now, it goes off from being the immortal cancerous lineup that you see, which replaces Maskman for Sailor Sakura, but it's an interesting twist on the lineup itself. I had a lot of trouble with this team because the Deidara was just doing too much damage, and after Root went off, the ignites and poisons kept stacking, the shields kept going off back and forth, Maskman was in the back just evading everything. It was such a strong team. You know, it started off good, and then it ended horribly bad. But that's it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.